Hi guys, it's Shell, Sunbury Housewives. Welcome back to another video. If you're new to our channel, thank you so much for stopping by. Hit the subscribe button to see future videos. I post new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. So today what do I got? A super adorable Peacock Tumbler with color shifting glitter. Let's jump right in. So I'm starting out with a 20-ounce tumbler. I spray painted it black because the glitter I'm going to use is darker, so I wanted a black base, or at least a dark base. So I'm going to go around the very rim of it with this really skinny washi tape because I'm doing a peekaboo and I don't want to have to sand down a whole bunch of glitter. So then I am taking a little bit of epoxy just to coat the base. You want this super thin, just enough for the glitter to adhere to it. I made up about 5 milliliters, but I'm probably not even using 1 milliliter of it. So once I get that done, I am using this glitter I found on Etsy. I will list it in the description box below. And it is a blue-green holographic shift. Oh, it's gorgeous. So I'm going to sprinkle that all over the tumbler, making sure that I cover the entire thing and have really good coverage. This, I would say, it's not a fine cut, but it's not a chunky. It's an in-between. So I'm going to continue to finish that. And once I make sure that I have everything covered, I will clean up and remove that washi tape. Roll. I will then roll. Cannot speak this evening. Here's that glitter. The label's really hard to read, so I will stick it in the description box below. But I'm going to roll my tumbler gently in the parchment paper, making sure all that glitter lays down flat. I want to make sure that I don't have to do as many coats of epoxy, and then I set this off to cure. Once that is done, I gave it 2 coats of epoxy, and this is what it's looking like so far. It's stunning. So I had cut out this. Oh nope! I'm gonna sand my rim, just so that I can get that fine line of stainless steel, so that my tumbler has something to, or my epoxy has something to hold on to when we go to put the top coats of epoxy on. So I'm cleaning up the rim and continuing to sand. And then once I get that done, is when I will place the decal. I found this on Creative Fabrica. It's gorgeous, and I did it big enough so that it would be almost the whole length, or the whole height of the tumbler, and kind of wrap around a little bit. So this is what I'm using, Oracle 631 removable vinyl, because once I get this placed on, I will take it outside and spray paint it white using my Rust-Oleum matte white spray paint. And I struggled a little bit putting this on. I don't know if it's just the vinyl that I've had a while, and it did not really want to stick the best, but I made it work. I just had to keep burnishing it down and then pulling back and then burnishing it down. But I eventually got it all to work just fine. So watch me struggle getting this transfer tape off as I tried to make sure all the pieces stuck down onto the tumbler and not lift with my transfer tape. Woohoo, success. Okay, so now there were some very teeny tiny pieces that I could not weed out before. So I was waiting to get it onto the tumbler to do it. It was much easier. So that's what I'm doing here, is just getting all those little pieces out. before I do take it out and spray paint it. So that is what I am currently doing. And then once I get all of that done, I will go out, spray paint it. When I spray paint, I do very short bursts of spray paint to ensure that there's no dripping. But apparently, I felt you need to see this whole process. Okay, now I'm getting ready to take it outside and spray paint. I do not film when I spray paint outside because of the wind. And so, yeah, here it is. It's completely dry now. And I did use my heat gun to dry it a little faster because I'm impatient, as you all know. So now I'm removing all of that vinyl to show the gorgeous, stunning glitter underneath. And I'm not going to show you taking it all off because that gets boring. But once it is all done, I will show you exactly what this looks like. And then we'll move on to the next step. Look how stunning this is. Oh, I'm obsessed. Okay, so now that that is all done, I am going to remove that silicone protector so I don't get any spray paint down in the bottom or in the middle of my tumbler. And that color shift, it does zero justice on camera, but in person, it's amazing. So I am going to now mix up about 20 milliliters of epoxy and coat the tumbler. I do take my torch and pop any bubbles that could possibly be there. And then once I'm done with that, we'll move on to glittering again. So I found in my stash, it's this same color of glitter that's underneath, but it's a chunky version. I believe it's like a chunky mix. So there is some fine in it and the chunky. But I'm going to go ahead and just sprinkle that all over the tumbler. Hindsight, I wish I'd kind of just done it in a swirl, starting at the end of the tail, but I still love it. So I'm then going to, this is by Unicone. I found it on Amazon. And then once that's done curing, I clean up my rim. Very rarely do I show you guys how I clean up my tumbler. So this is how I'm cleaning up the rim. Just take my Exacto knife and lay it flat against the top of the tumbler and get off that epoxy that could have spilled over. And then I'm sanding down any rough spots, which there wasn't that many, just a few. And then we're going to move on to decal. So I had seen, I think on Pinterest, just a saying of this decal. So I just created it. It says, be your own kind of beautiful. And I thought it was perfect for the peacock. I was getting ready to say penguin. This is so far from a penguin. So I just pull off the back of that. And then I'm going to stand my tumbler up and line it up as best I can with my eyeballs, because I eyeball everything. Burnish that down and then remove the transfer tape. I struggled apparently. And this vinyl is a holographic vinyl that matched perfectly with the glitter. And then just look at that. Oh, it's stunning. I do seal this with CC DIY Quick Coat, give it 2 final coats of epoxy, and look at this beauty. I am obsessed. It's stunning. So this still could possibly be available on the website. Check the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a great big thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.